What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Maurizio Pochettino has been sacked as Tottenham manager as Jose Mourinho takes the helm as head coach. It's been a whirlwind over 24 hours. My heart has gone from down there to up there, all around the place. I've gone from absolutely being in depression knowing that Poch has been sacked, from being disappointed that Jose has been appointed, but I've had to sleep on it and I've had to think about it. But my opinion has changed, and I think Jose is the right man for the job. I think the players do need an experienced head, and I think he's going to work wonders for us. I think it's going to be a successful appointment. I still am of the belief that it should be a short-term appointment as opposed to a long-term appointment, maybe a 2-year job. But I am convinced that Jose is the man to get us over that line and get us that silverware and to make our team a team of winners. But look, we've asked a few fans to send us in videos to give us their thoughts on Pochettino, their thoughts on Mourinho and the whole situation. So here you are.
So I'm shocked and disappointed. Pochettino has left Tottenham Hotspur. The truth is, however, we could almost see it coming. Been saying it for the last couple of weeks that it just felt a little bit like we were coming to the end of something. I personally still believe that Pochettino was the right man for Tottenham. He pulled in a lot of pride in the fans and took us to places where previously we hadn't expected to go. So it's sad. It's a sad time that his legacy won't be a trophy, which is probably the biggest disappointment, because if anyone really deserved to bring us some success, I think it was Pochettino. The disappointing thing is, towards the end of his tenure, I think he'll be remembered for some of the strange decisions that he made and some of the comments and stuff that he'd said that we couldn't quite fathom. His reluctance to drop players that weren't performing as well as we'd have liked them to. So, big disappointment, but we move on.
Expressions here, and it's been a crazy 24 hours, fam. I'm not even going to lie. Maurice Pochettino has been sacked, relieved of his duties, removed as manager. He's gone, fam. It's NSYNC all over again. I do not even know what to say. Obviously, the football has been shocking this season. Shocking, you know what I mean? I'm not even talking the 7 against Bayern. It's just the football in general. You know what I mean? The champagne football's gone. Every man moving like they're on morphine. You know what I mean? Bare side to side. And for me, it's like they weren't listening to Poch. Either they weren't listening to Poch or his training methods and all of that were expiring, because what we've seen this season is nothing short of shocking. And even last season, towards the end of last season, like the results, the way we capitulated, you know what I mean? The way Chelsea got a 3rd spot over us, like we were even not lucky to make top 4, but you know what I mean? We were fighting up until the last day. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what to say. We should have had that in the bag last season, you know what I mean? And this season, what do you say? He got a bit of money, not a lot, but he got a bit of money. You got me? We signed Ready to Tango Windom Bad Boy. You know what I mean? We got Le Showstopper. We got a few players. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the best. I'm not gonna lie. It could have been invested more in, but you got what you got. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't complaining at the end of the day. I heard him say he was happy with the team, and I'm not happy with the performances that we've seen this season. Like, I will be forever thankful for Poch. Forever thankful. You know what I mean? I will never say a bad word about him. I'm happy for what he's done, and he's actually left our squad looking decent, you know what I mean?
So what a 24 hours we have had as Tottenham fans. This time yesterday, Maurizio Pochettino was our manager. Then at 7:30 last night, we got the club announcement that Maurizio Pochettino had been sacked from the club. And then early this morning, 6:30, Jose Mourinho has stepped in as manager until 2023. What do I make of the news? Very sad at first, very shocked, very surprised. I know that some people would say that it was on the cards. You know, the results weren't as they should have been, you know, throughout 2019. But after all, Maurizio Pochettino got us to a Champions League final, didn't spend any money in 500 days. And the credit that man deserves is just incredible. A fantastic guy, a fantastic manager, and he has provided us Tottenham fans with some fantastic moments that we will all never ever forget. For instance, the game away at Manchester City, Champions League, the game away at Ajax in particular, incredible. Some incredible nights at Wembley Stadium in the Champions League, beating the Champions League holders, Real Madrid. The list is endless of what that man achieved at the football club. Not forgetting as well that he'd been manager for 5 full seasons at the club, and for the last 4 seasons he got Champions League football, including a couple of runs, trying to win the Premier League. So fair play to Maurizio Pochettino. I have full respect for the guy, an absolutely brilliant manager, and I wish him all the best for the future.
Hey guys, as you may or may not know, I'm currently out in Australia, in Sydney, so I unfortunately had to wake up to the news that we had sacked Poch, which is, let's be honest, the results from the start of the year have been dreadful. However, I think it's more the nostalgia and more the fact that I loved the guy as a manager. Let's be honest, I loved him to death, and what he has done to our club in the past 5 years to take us from like a mid-table, I'd say more Europa League side for him specifically, to regular Champions League football 4 years in a row, and then getting to the final is phenomenal. The guy will always go down as one of the greatest managers we have had, but unfortunately results have not panned the way that we would have liked domestically, and again, just throughout the season so far this year. And it kind of just shocked me, just because he just always seemed that guy he was going to be there for a very long time, and I'm just really sad that he's now gone and no longer with us. However, saying that, something needed to change. In my opinion, the board, there's major issues further up, higher up. Some of the players, there's issues within the whole club, and the manager is unfortunately the scapegoat and is always the one to get the criticism. So he was inevitably going to go next.
Hi guys, what a whirlwind of 24 hours it's been. Absolutely devastating news yesterday, in my opinion, from my perspective. What a shock. I heard some rumours yesterday morning and I didn't really listen to them as usual. But, come the evening, I got bombarded with messages, didn't really know what was going on and who was saying what until I sort of actually paid attention, and absolutely shocked, like I'm sure most of you were. And, reflection time now. It's happened quick at the club with the change of manager, of course. But what I want to do right now is give so much praise to Pochettino. I don't want to dwell on the negativity. I know there was some bad points, perhaps things he could have dealt with a lot better in the last few months, and maybe the back end of last year with interviews and player control, etc. But we must be mindful that this man has taken us to a very new level, a recognisable level across the world in football. Consistent Champions League football. Arguably, apart from maybe this whole year, calendar year, you're a recognisable brand of football. And I think that's how it shows how far we have come, because we now have a standard that he has set, and maybe it's his own demise that he did so much that he could with what he had. The club, yes, should have backed him more, but let's talk positively. This man has given us unbelievable memories, unbelievable scenarios of great Champions League games, great runs in the Champions League, and I think what we must be appreciative of is his effort, his charisma, his passion that he had throughout his tenure, with the exception of some bits and bobs that didn't quite work out well. And I think that we were getting frustrated towards the end. And upon reflection now this afternoon and this evening, and maybe I've learned that from Pochettino, is to not be too emotional at the time of when it happens, but focus on assessing maybe in a bit more time. And I've done that today, like most of you have.
Well, there you have it. Maurizio Pochettino is no longer Tottenham Hotspur manager. It took some getting used to be honest. I was very much Poch in. It hurts. It feels like an empty hole, sort of. However, he had to go. Some of the stats were absolutely appalling. 25 points from our last 26 games. Just not good enough, really. Haven't won an away game in the league since Fulham last January. That's almost a year. Our only away win in all of that was obviously Ajax in May and Belgrade the other week. Some really poor performances. The pressing has stopped. The football had stopped. Just not good enough. And it pains me to say it, but Poch had to go, unfortunately. Absolutely devastated.
The appointment of Jose Mourinho is not the one I wanted. It is the one I expected, but it's not the one I wanted. It's a very divisive decision. Lots of fans are saying that he is a serial winner who's going to take us to the next level. Lots of other fans are saying he plays the worst football in the league. Only time's going to tell. But ultimately we support the club. We don't support the manager. We don't support the players. We support the club. So I will say now that I am willing to be won over. Jose, it's up to you, mate. Are you going to learn by your mistakes and take us to where we dream of being? Or are you going to destroy our club from inside? Time will tell.
For me, Mourinho don't really create players, you know what I mean? Like the young players and that, you know what I mean? Poch has given man like Harry Winks, Iniesta identity, you know what I mean? We've got a lot of talent coming through. And I think Mourinho, you know what I mean? He's used to, winning? You know, winning trophies. Like, he is also used to arguing with players and making the situation about himself. Like, I've said it already, yeah? If the man comes out and says, like, if it goes wrong and he comes out and says, Tottenham, yeah? How many trophies have they won? How many have I won? And then he gives us the fingers. It's going to be the end of the road like boys to men, fam. I won't be happy with that. It's going to be an absolute joke. You know what I'm saying? So I need a positive Jose Mourinho. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping, obviously, we know when Jose comes in, it means that the buses are coming in, the planes, you know what I mean? Everything's getting parked, champagne football to valet football. But at the same time, like me, I just need something different. We need a win. We need a trophy. Like, we haven't lifted anything in ages, you know what I'm saying, bruv? The only time man lifts something at the lane is when if man's getting in a lift, you know what I'm saying, fam? And I don't even know if they've got any of those. So it just is what it is. So for me, like the Jose Mourinho appointment, I wasn't that thrilled about it at first. But when I look at the other names, like we've had the attractive football without the trophies. Now I want a trophy. So if Jose Mourinho can get man a trophy, and even if, I can't look to the future, but regardless, the decision's been made. We need to get behind the club and let's just hope he can bring some silverware down to Tottenham, fam. Let's be honest. Let's just hope.
Now, on to Jose Mourinho. Was I surprised? A tad, yes. I still don't know how to take it, actually. I really don't. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings from Tottenham fans. I still have mixed feelings about it. The only thing that I do say about Jose Mourinho is he is a serial winner. Everything he seems to touch turns into a trophy. Even when he had a poor Man United side, he won the League Cup and the Europa League in his first full season at the club. So I'm fully expecting that Jose Mourinho will deliver at Tottenham and will deliver a much needed trophy that we desperately need. We haven't won a League Cup since 2008. We haven't won an FA Cup since 1991, and we haven't won a top flight division since 1961. So all three of those are way overdue. And of course, we haven't won a European trophy since 1984. So way overdue on the trophy front. If Jose Mourinho can deliver us a trophy, of course, it will put everyone in a much better mood. I know people are worried about the quality of football. But let's just hope that we see the Jose Mourinho who, when he first come to England and managed Chelsea, they were playing some good, attractive football, scored lots of goals, and won virtually everything under him. So let's hope that we get that Jose Mourinho rather than the one that was, say, at Manchester United, his last job. It's weird, though, how Jose Mourinho's first job is West Ham United away, because that was Maurizio Pochettino's first job, first competitive game for Tottenham back in August 2014 when Eric Dyer got that last-minute winner. We haven't won away in the Premier League for 10 months, and Jose Mourinho is now in as manager, so we have to fully back the manager. We have to back the decision, and after all, we are Tottenham Hotspur fans. We are not, I know we all love Maurizio Pochettino, but ultimately we want to focus on the future of the club and support whatever is happening. So let's hope that all of the fans get behind Mourinho on Saturday and we get that much needed win. It's a great start for Mourinho because he's got 3 games in 1 week. In his first week, West Ham United away, Olympiacos at home, and then Bournemouth at home. If he strung 3 good results together for those 3 games, it would really, really kickstart his career as Tottenham boss.
And the fact that we brought in Mourinho is a huge statement if you think about it. 10 years ago, if you would have said to us that Jose Mourinho is now going to manage Tottenham Hotspur, we would all laugh in your face. Like, let's be honest, this guy wins trophies. Unfortunately, he does that by parking the bus. He's known for his defensive tactics and, just being a very defensive manager in general. So are we willing to now sacrifice our free-flowing attacking football that we're used to under Pochettino and then bring in this now defensive-minded, okay, 1-0 up, let's hold on to the lead? I'm so mixed about him, because if it works and it wins us trophies, amazing, because I think that's just the next thing for Spurs. But it's a very big if. If he can't then win us trophies, what do we do next? He's only a short-term manager at the end of the day. He doesn't stay at clubs for longer than 3 years. So I don't know. It's a very tough pill to swallow, and I'm upset to see Pochettino go. But with Mourinho, I'm excited, but also a bit apprehensive, and I just don't really know what to think. I think he's a great manager tactically overall. I don't like his... I say great manager. I don't like his defensive tactics, so to speak. However, I do believe that what he does brings results to the club, and I think that's the difference between him and a lot of other managers. So yeah, like I said, I'm very 50-50 on him. I'm not too sure. I guess we'll find out in future results.
Mourinho got appointed this morning. I thought, is that quick? But maybe actually it isn't, because we needed something to happen quite quickly. We can't be in a place of limbo at this point of time in the season, at this point of time in our, what we would call a crisis maybe. But I've assessed it, and I think it perhaps is the right timing, and it is the right decision, the whole thing. I don't want to be in a position in 3 months' time where we may have lost everything and Pochettino gets blamed and he gets thrown into that equation of losing the respect of the fans, the dignity. He's left at a time, or Levers unfortunately sacked him at the time, where it's perhaps a dignified scenario, and I think that's important for him and for us as fans to not remember him for the bad times, but to remember all the great things that he did for us. Maurizio, I'm so grateful for everything that you have done for our club. For me, mentally, emotionally, everything is all positive now. And I don't want to dwell on the bad points, but what a guy, and I know he'll be successful wherever he goes next, 100%. And I wish him the best of luck, as long as he doesn't go to any other Premier League team. But we now move our mindset to the new manager, Jose. Am I a big fan? I think he's a fantastic manager. I think he's proven so many times. Is he right for Tottenham? I don't know. We have to give him time. This is the important thing. We have to put aside the emotion and our thought process of what we think of him as a person or a manager. Who are we to say? We're not chairmen, we're not managers. We don't really know much about football other than the passion and the energy that we have as fans. We want the team to do well. And that's a key point as a message that I want to deliver, is if we want this to work, if we want the club for this to work, we all have to get behind whoever's the manager, whoever the players are. Yes, we have some negativity in some players, etc. But who knows what will happen now? Who knows how it will turn around? We've got an excellent academy and an excellent training facility, a world-class stadium, and we've got the best fans in the world, or, you know, in that category. So we have to be positive now, guys, and, you know, let's push this. Let's get behind the team at the weekend. I hope that Mourinho brings his, you know, trophy caliber to our club. I think it's something that we've always wanted and always needed, to shut the media up, to shut ourselves up in some cases. But ultimately, we want passionate players. We want players that are committed to the club. We want players that will play for their manager. We haven't had that for a few months now, maybe even for the whole calendar year. So I don't want to dwell on the negativity. I want to leave on a positive note and just say, guys, let's get behind everything now. Let's give it the best shot. Come on, you Spurs.
However, we move on to a new era, and we have Jose Mourinho. Now, I don't know what to make of it. There's parts of me that are thinking, is this going to be the Jose Mourinho that was at Manchester United, where, albeit, okay, he won a few trophies and came second, but there was a lot of unrest there. But I think he will come in. I think he will do a great job. It's just been announced that we've got the Lille assistant coach now, Sacramento, as our assistant coach, and they came second in Ligue 1 last year, and they're doing not too well in the Champions League this year, but they have a tough group with Chelsea, Ajax and Valencia. But the future is bright, I think, at Spurs. If not Poch, oh God, if Jose is backed and he gets the players he wants, and I think we can really push on for the rest of the season, try and go for the FA Cup, push on in Europe. You never know what's going to happen in the league. I think it's the right appointment, and if he's backed, it's either going to be an absolute disaster or it will be a full-on blown success. So we can only hope. But obviously very upset about Poch, but you have to always look forward, look to the future, and I think the future is relatively bright for Tottenham. We can only wait and see. Curious to see the team selection on Saturday and who he picks. Obviously, there are still some problems at the club in the changing room, and hopefully Jose will sort it out. Come on, you Spurs. New era. Let's do this. And yeah.
Thank you to all the contributors that have sent us in their videos. It's much appreciated. Let us know in the comment section below what you think of the situation. Are you happy Poch has gone? Are you happy Jose Mourinho has replaced him? Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.